What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. This was definitely a filler episode, in my opinion. Not a whole lot going on today. Um, I'm like so disappointed that they're bringing up this Link mess again. I thought they handled that contract fiasco the first time. Like, why is this still being brought up? And BLQ sitting there talking about she never read the fine print of the contract. They handled this the first time. You mean to tell me she still did not read that damn contract? I remember when she had Diane look at it. Diane looked at it upside down and she was like, listen, it's airtight. Why are we still talking about this? I guess it's their way of prolonging BLQ and Chase getting together. I guess. If it is, that's beyond me. But Link need to get dealt with at this point. I'm so over him. My thing is what BLQ should do, and I'm glad she knocked him on his ass because he talking about, oh, why don't we go up to my room? If he don't go sit his little perverted ass down, like ain't nobody going up to your room. Don't nobody even want to talk to you. Put it mildly. I was glad she knocked him on the floor because Lord knows Chase was about to do it. Chase was about to defend his lady's honor. But I'm glad BLQ did it because you know what? Chase is about to get off suspension. He don't need no more drama in his life. So I'm glad she knocked him on the floor. Good for him. Good for her. But yeah, this whole thing is just ridiculous with this contract nonsense. My thing is, I thought she was bought out of the damn deal. Um, because she's technically no longer under contract to him, but he wants her to re-sign with him because he still owns the rights to her music. So he's talking about shopping it around to other artists or whatever, big name artists, and he won't tell her who the artist is that took interest unless she re-signed with him. BLQ would be a damn fool to re-sign with him. All she need to do is do what a lot of artists are doing in real life. Re-record your music. You know what I'm saying? He may own the rights to it, but if she re-records her stuff, she'll own the rights to that the new recording of it. Um, Basically like a remastered version. She will own the rights to that. You know what I'm saying? I would assume she would. Because that's what a lot of artists are doing now. Like they're re-recording old music and stuff that somebody else owns the rights to, and they're re-recording the old stuff as new, and they're putting out that version of it. You know what I mean? To make money off of it, so that way the person who owns the original version, they don't make money off the original anymore because people are buying the new version. So I think BLQ could possibly do that, or better yet, just offer that bum a few $1,000s and make him go away. I respect the fact that Chase wanted to help her, but I also respect the fact that BLQ said no. I got myself into this. Let me find a way to get myself out. I respect that. She's not trying to turn to somebody for help anymore. She already did that with her dad, and you know, she don't want to do that no more. I respect that she want to stand on her own too, as she should. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, that car Sonny had Brando fixing, that is a classic. That's a nice ass vehicle. Like that is really nice. I'm not too fond of the color of it, but I like the car. I'm a different color kind of person. Like I'd probably do like a dark blue or black or some type of red or something like that. I like darker colors. I like some bright stuff sometimes. It depends, but I'm more of a darker color kind of person. But that car was hot. That car was fire. It definitely was fire. Um, and I expect nothing from Sonny but the best. Cause I mean, come on, dude is loaded. So I know he got some classic car collection. Um, so of course, him and Brando pretty much was sitting around talking about how, Mike is the reason Brando know how to fix cars and whatnot. And of course they were talking about the Michael situation. My whole issue with this whole Michael hating Sonny mainly because of the whole Carly Nina shit is stupid to me because Michael had a valid reason years ago for hating Sonny. I mean, the man pop shot your daddy. He shot your biological daddy. So that anger made more sense than the anger Michael has towards him now. That anger back then made way more sense. Like he's waging a full on war against Sonny all because of Nina and Carly. Oh, you cheated on my mother. Oh, you're with Nina now. Or you're defending Nina now. So I'm going to take everything from you. It would have been better if he would have did that because he shot your daddy. That made more sense to me. I'm just saying. Because my whole thing is Michael is running around talking about, well, I'm gonna restore the Corinthos name. I'm, get it away from violence and all that. The same violence that you wanted to be a part of not so long ago. The same violence that Michael has pretty much approved of over the years. And now all of a sudden you have an issue with it. I'm just saying. Make it make sense. But I feel like, maybe one day Michael and Sonny will probably be cool again. Probably. But for right now, I feel like Michael's playing a dangerous game with Sonny. Because like I said before, Sonny's holding back right now. Like, he know Michael coming after him. But he's only going to take so much from Michael. If Michael pushes too far, depending on what Michael's next move is about to be, he better make it smart. Because let me tell you something. He pushed Sonny too far, you never know how Sonny going to react and push back. Like, Sonny's only going to take so much, you know what I'm saying, before he forget that you're his son. Like, he could treat you like, his son, or he could treat you like one of his enemies. Michael's going to have to ask himself that question. Like, you want to be his son or you want to be an enemy? Which one you want to be? Because you can't be both. And I doubt at some point Sonny's not going to treat him as both. You know what I'm saying? Sonny's trying his hardest right now not to treat him like an enemy at all. But if Michael keeps on with this foolishness, ain't no telling what's going to happen next. Like, this is a very dangerous game Michael's playing right now. Very dangerous. Like, you might want to think twice on it. So anyway, I love the conversation between Sasha and Gladys. I'm really happy that Gladys is pretty much kind of turning over a new leaf right about now. Like, she's really, so far from what I'm seeing of Gladys, she's not, plotting. This is her genuinely trying to be there for her daughter-in-law. Genuinely trying to help her. Like, she didn't sit here and try to blackmail her like she could have. She emotionally blackmailed her in a way because she was like, listen, either tell me what's going on or I'm going to go tell my son. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't say, well, if you don't tell me what's going on, then I'm going to, go to the press about it. Or if you don't, whatever, I'm going to, snitch. Or if you don't give me some stock in the company or something. That's something Gladys normally would have done. But I'm glad that she's not doing that. She's genuinely trying to help Sasha because she needs the help. I hate the fact that Sasha sees herself as a burden to Brando. And that's why she don't want to confide in him that she slipped up with the pills and stuff. Because, he has his past addictions as well, and she feels like a burden. But she shouldn't feel like a burden to him. At the end of the day, she's his wife now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she should lean on him for support. That's what spouses do. You shouldn't feel like, oh, I got to keep this from him because I don't know how he going to react, or, I don't want him to worry. That's his job to worry. You're his wife. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of that. Like, the more support that you have around you, the better. I understand she doesn't like to feel like she's being watched or whatever, but that's what your husband is there for. Like, it's sometimes where he's going to need her to lean on. That's what y'all do when you're married. You lean on each other. But I am glad that she got Gladys. See, normally I wouldn't have been happy a year ago or so if Gladys was trying to move in with them permanently, because we all know what that would have been like back then. But now I like the idea of Gladys moving in with them, even though Brando definitely did not look thrilled that Gladys was going to be moving in, because Sasha was like, oh, your mom's going to be living with us. Brando looked at her like, no. Brando was like, hell no. But you know what? I'm glad that she is now, because it's good that Sasha has somebody that she can confide in. You know what I mean? Like, she feels very comfortable confiding in Gladys. So that's good. She's going to need somebody, and it's not many people that she feels comfortable talking to. So at least she opened up to Gladys about it. Hopefully that behavior of Gladys continues. So anyway, moving on from that, I ain't really care for the Marshall stuff, to be honest with you. Like, TJ and Molly out here playing, pet detective or whatever, the little Scooby gang. They running around trying to follow leads or whatever. It's always good to see Molly and TJ, but I feel like Molly and TJ should be in a better storyline than running around New York looking for Marshall. I feel, here you got a lawyer, here you got a doctor. Come on now. You can't find nothing better for them to do than this foolishness. I'm just saying. So the guy, the shop owner or whatever, at first, of course, wasn't trying to tell them nothing about Marshall. He claimed he ain't know nothing, but we all know he did. Little lying ass. So he finally opened up to them, and told them, like, listen, I'll reach out, I'll make, some calls or whatever and see what I can do. So they end up going to a restaurant. Curtis ended up calling TJ, like, I'm going to come to New York, help you find Marshall. Um, and of course, Marshall pops right up into the restaurant. I figured he didn't go far. I figured as much. So he popped up into the restaurant and whatnot. So anyway, it's clear that Jordan is still in love with Curtis. That is clear. Like when she walked into that office and saw him kissing Portia and stuff like that, you could tell it messed with her. It messed with her emotionally. It got to her. Because it wasn't that long ago that the two of them were married, kissing and hugging and stuff, and now you got to walk in and see your ex-man kissing his new boo. Well, his reacquainted boo. Um, but I am glad that she told him, what TJ was up to, because he's now determined to find Marshall, because at the end of the day, he feels that Marshall is going to open up to him more now that he knows more. Maybe Marshall will finally open up and tell him about it. It was so funny that Portia felt a certain way because Stella knew about Marshall faking his death and stuff like that. I mean, Portia wasn't too happy that Stella, kept Curtis in the dark or whatever all these years, like, cause she was like, she tried to see Stella's side of things. Like she could understand why Stella kept the secret back then when he was a child, but as he got grown, it's like, why didn't you, tell him then? My thing is with Portia, this is funny territory for her because she has a secret of her own. I remember that little secret she told Jordan when they was trapped up in that basement and stuff like that. She was talking about how, oh, I got to be honest or something another about Trina's father. We know that there's a strong possibility that Curtis is that girl father and Portia's keeping that a secret. So my guess is, when are they going to start talking, bringing that up? Like, when is Jordan going to remember that little conversation and bring that up to Curtis? Bring him up to speed on that. Bring that to his attention. Because I feel like they definitely just dropped that real quick and never talked about it again. And I feel like it does need to be talked about because we need to get to the bottom of it. They never got a DNA test. Curtis just took Portia's word for it. And I feel like we need to revisit that conversation. Because I got a feeling that if that conversation comes back up and it's proven that Curtis is that girl father, this might be the opening Jordan need to get him back. Because I got a feeling like he find that out, he definitely not going to want nothing to do with Portia for quite some while. Maybe ever. So Jordan might want to think about that. You got a little ace up your sleeve there if you want him back. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Might want to say something. I'm just saying. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.